day 4, I guess, and we're on our way to Morogoro. I seem to have lost our main camera that we were using. I don't know where it's in a bag somewhere. So I'll snap some lovely videos of why we're on our way to Morogoro. Station on our route to Morogoro. It's in the middle of nowhere. Very unusual. We just stocked up on food and drink. There you go, welcome to Morogoro.
Yeah, welcome.
So, we made it to Morogoro in the Morogoro Hotel. What a journey. I mean, that was exceptional, that journey. We saw so much, so many things. I feel like we were seeing a lot more of what Tanzania actually is as opposed to Dar es Salaam. We've got various little clips, but it's so hard to capture every little tiny detail you're seeing in such a small trip. But here it's fantastic. You can hear so much more wildlife, you can hear birds, you can hear insects, you can hear so much. I'm sure there's a lot more that we can capture, and the views are just spectacular. We'll go through some of the other strange things that we saw on the way up here later on, but yeah, so we've made it and we're here, and yeah. I wanted to do a bit of a comparison between what we were saying in the previous video about Dar es Salaam and how that felt to be around versus here in Morogoro, and the contrast is quite extreme. So I actually feel like it would be a lot safer to walk around here than it would have been in Dar es Salaam, and I guess that's the case in any city. If you're walking around the outskirts of London, you feel safer than you will walking around some other internal parts of London. But yeah, the contrast is different, and something that I we both noticed driving through to here is that people seem quite fascinated by you. There's like school children. I guess they've probably never seen a white person in their life, so they'll stop and they'll stare and they'll look for the car, and it's not malicious and it's not meant in any sort of way. It's I've probably never seen one before. Which is quite strange, but I guess that does put you at more of a risk in terms of if you're walking around, because you can't just blend in. It's pretty obvious that you're not from around these parts. But where we are now, I mean, Morogoro is beautiful. I mean, the landscapes we saw coming through this way were stunning, and so some of the things that we saw coming down that sort of stuck in my mind. So there was a lot of little tiny villages. Ones, when you think of Africa and you think of little villages, that's what we saw, and people in your traditional like African dress, some of them holding big sticks. It was really unusual to see. Maasai and yeah, mud huts and things like that, and then you'll drive a bit further up the road and there'll be a petrol station. Lots and lots of petrol stations everywhere, all independent petrol stations by the looks of it as well, which is really strange. We saw how do you pronounce it? Baobab tree? Baobab tree. I can never pronounce them. That typical tree when you think of Africa. We saw 2 of them, so they're not hugely common, but they're really quite striking. Had no leaves on them at this time of year because it's winter here in Tanzania at the moment, so I think they've shed all their leaves. But yeah, really stunning to see. Lots and lots of cattle and livestock just wandering around. No real other huge wildlife. I saw more birds, I think, coming this way than we did when we were in Dar. So what I saw, which was quite unusual, was seeing swifts and swallows and obviously they in the UK are migrant birds. They come over to the UK during our summer, and some of them obviously have come over here from other countries early. But yeah, we're seeing the journey that they make is incredible. I know Claire had a funny experience using the truck stop toilet. Yeah, the not toilet. It was just a hole in the ground. I decided I could probably hold it a bit longer, but and also people's English tends to drop off a bit the further out you come, which is kind of to be expected. So testing out Swahili a bit more than we have up to now. But I mean, around here it's stunning. We've got a lovely view of the mountains over the back. You can hear more birds, more wildlife. Absolutely stunning. So we're waiting at the moment for Lily from APOPO is going to come and talk to us about what we're doing tomorrow. And then 6 AM tomorrow morning we're off to visit the hero rats and see what they do. So tomorrow will be the big exciting day, after which we're going to be heading back to Dar, so another 5-hour journey back to Dar, and possibly relax for a bit more of that, and we'll go from there. So yeah, interesting day all in all. Is there anything you want to add?
No.
No? Claire has nothing more to add, so in that case I will say bye for now. Pretty. That is a stunning view. And your camera operator's not that bad either. No? I'll leave you with that then. That is a huge arse ant. Sorry about the really bad quality, guys. It's a bit dark. So we just met up with Lily from APOPO, talking about what we're planning to do tomorrow, and it's quite exciting.
She's been so helpful and informative already. She's told us about what we're going to be doing tomorrow. She's going to pick us up personally and give us a really in-depth tour, I think, into the work that they do. So this is the main draw really of the whole thing, isn't it?
This was the reason why we came.
And she is lovely, a very, very warm, friendly person. She's a mum, she's interested in health and education and, you know, all those things around. That it's not just the rats, it's been a real eye-opener for us culturally, and it would be nice to be able to bring that back to the UK and raise awareness for people.
I think they're really interested in the way we keep them as pets and learning from us as well. We're really keen in the UK to do as much as we can for APOPO because we really support what they do. We think that they bring such a positive image for rats, especially for the ones that we keep. We're really, really keen to do whatever we can for them.
Yeah, I think we've got shared views, we've got shared ethics, and to meet the rats in person tomorrow, we've been assured we can have a cuddle, so that's another big bonus.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will be the video we've all been waiting for when we actually go to APOPO and get to meet them all.
Yeah, loads of pictures.
So if you've had to go through all of the horrible videos we've done up to now, hopefully these are a bit better quality. We have some problems with our camera, and I actually think I've lost the camera we was using, which is possibly a good thing because it wasn't a great camera, to be fair. So this is just using my phone, and the quality in the sound is much better. So that's all good. So we will start filming again tomorrow when we visit APOPO. Bye for now for day, I don't know what day we're on.
We're on
day 5,
Thursday.
day 4, day Thursday.
We're on day 3.
Bye from day Thursday. I'm going to do a food review. I've never done a YouTube food review, so I find it just silly. But so we had food at the other hotel we were at, and it was okay, disappointing. But so at the Morogoro hotel, and we've had it's actually an Indian food. So I chose chicken korma, and what was it you chose?
Fish curry.
Fish curry, basically. And it is really nice. I mean, like, really properly nice. So if you find yourself here, the food is properly nice. Just thought that's what I would add to that.